teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, let me know what you wanna do.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities.
Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Running on first down, Eckler.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Back to throw. Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. Only able to gain a couple there. And it's second down. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Operating from the gun. Herbert.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Herbert throwing again.
And a quick throw there is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On third down, here's Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Austin Eckler, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
But you talk about the defense for these Chargers.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Herbert. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Dean Lowry, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. Eckler, they run left side.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. This is a counter play. Eckler, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
The Vikings at 2-0 here to begin the season. Now off to exactly the start you're hoping for. Nothing for the fan base to complain about, at least not yet.
I like the way that you phrased that. Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a long ways to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way if they stay in that mode throughout the season.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They go play action. Cousins. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Here's Cousins. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
This 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are back within a score. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That one caught by Allen.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Herbert back to the air. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for the break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, They've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now a second down throw for Cousins.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Third and long for Cousins.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down.
And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, heck of a move.
Man. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert now.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
It'll be a gain of just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside.
Good shit, man. I made a quick read, bro. Good shit.
Trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now, potentially, a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you dumb the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
To throw, Cousins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
No Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Hey, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the book.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Herbert.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And not quite sure what just happened there, other than we do know that he spiked the football on 1st down.
A 3rd quarter now at a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Herbert throwing again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Palmer. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he is caught. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does Vikings have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown.
Austin Eckler, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Cousins.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6.
Cousins. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 37. A good pickup there at 22.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side. And he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Kamara trying to right side.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Throwing, Cousins.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Penalty's not what they needed here. 1st and 15.
Now Cousins. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Kamara. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7.
Cousins.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Vikings have taken a 4th quarter lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Cousins to throw.
That is intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Herbert to throw.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. And that's into the hands of Eckler.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Here comes 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
This is 1st and 10.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Throwing, Herbert.
Allen has it, left side. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from 52, and this for the win. And his kick is good. From 52 yards away, he gets it to go. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for L.A., it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.